Hey, good morning. Promised I'd read you Sadako chapter 1. So let's do it. A lot better than my other recording device. So Sadako and the Thousand Paper Cranes. And just to show you, here's some cranes that my students have made over the years. Let's see, where's the smallest one? Right? Oh, there he is, hiding right there. You see that? The smallest crane. See how small these are? There's the underneath of that one. And then the difference between sizes. That's sort of cool. I like that. Anyway, chapter 1. Sadako and the Thousand Paper Cranes, based on a true story. Chizuko's gift. That afternoon, Chizuko was Sadako's first visitor. She smiled mysteriously as she held something behind her back. "Shut your eyes," she said. While Sadako squinted, her eyes tightly shut, Chizuko put some pieces of paper and scissors on the bed. "Now you can look," she said. "What is it?" Sadako asked, staring at the paper. Chizuko was pleased with herself. I figured out a way for you to get well," she said proudly. "Watch." She cut a piece of gold paper into a large square. In a short time, she had folded it over and over into a beautiful crane. Sadako was puzzled. "But how can that paper bird make me well?" "Don't you remember that old story about the crane?" Chizuko asked. "It's supposed to live for 1,000 years. If a sick person folds 1,000 paper cranes, the gods will grant her wish and make her healthy again." She handed the crane to Sadako. "Here's your first one." Prologue. Now there's a prologue and there's an epilogue. And the epilogue will be read with chapter 9. And the prologue is being read right now. Sadako and the Thousand Paper Cranes is based on the life of a real little girl who lived in Japan from 1943 to 1955. She was in Hiroshima when the United States Air Force dropped an atom bomb on the city in an attempt to end World War II. 10 years later, she died as a result of the radiation from the bomb. Her courage made Sadako a heroine to children in Japan. This is the story of Sadako. Good luck signs. Chapter 1. Sadako was born to be a runner. Her mother always said that Sadako had learned to run before she could walk. One morning in August 1954, Sadako ran outside into the street as soon as she was dressed. The morning sun of Japan touched brown highlights in her dark hair. There was not a speck of cloud in the blue sky. It was a good sign. Sadako was always on the lookout for good luck signs. Back in the house, her sister and two brothers were still sleeping on their bed quilts. She poked her big brother, Masahiro. "Get up, lazy bones," she said. "It's peace day." Masahiro groaned and yawned. He wanted to sleep as long as possible, but like most 14-year-old boys, he also loved to eat. When he sniffed the good smell of bean soup, Masahiro got up. Soon, Mitsue and Eiji were awake too. Sadako helped Eiji get dressed. He was 6, but he sometimes lost a sock or shirt. Afterwards, Sadako folded the bed quilts. Her sister, Mitsui, who was 9, helped put them away in the closet. Rushing like a whirlwind into the kitchen, Sadako cried, "Oh, Mother, I can hardly wait to go to the carnival. Can we please hurry with breakfast?" Her mother was busy slicing pickled radishes to serve with the rice and soup. She looked sternly at Sadako. "You are 11 years old and should know better," she scolded. "You must not call it a carnival. Every year on August 6th, we remember those who died when the atom bomb was dropped in our city. It is a Memorial Day." Just wanted to point out that you see how the information is being put into the story to build up the characters and let you get to know them better. Already we know that her sister is 9, she's 11, her brother is 14. Okay. Just a little pointer on character building. Every year on August 6th, we remember those who died when the atom bomb was dropped on our city. It is a Memorial Day. Mr. Sasaki came in from the back porch. "That's right," he said. "Sadako-chan, you must show respect. Your own grandmother was killed that awful day." "But I do respect Opa-chan," Sadako said. "I pray for her spirit every morning. It's just that I'm so happy today. As a matter of fact, it's time for our prayers now," her father said. The Sasaki family gathered around the little altar shelf. Oba-chan's picture was there in a gold frame. Sadako looked at the ceiling and wondered if her grandmother's spirit was floating somewhere above the altar. "Sadako-chan," Mr. Sasaki said sharply. Sadako quickly bowed her head. She fidgeted and wiggled her bare toes while Mr. Sasaki spoke. He prayed that the spirits of their ancestors were happy and peaceful. He gave thanks for his barbershop. He gives thanks for his fine children. He prayed that his family would be protected from the atom bomb disease called leukemia. Many still died from the disease, even though the atom bomb had been dropped on Hiroshima 9 years before. It had filled the air with radiation, a kind of poison that stayed inside people for a long time. At breakfast, Sadako noisily gulped down her soup and rice. Masahiro began to talk about girls who ate like hungry dragons. But Sadako didn't hear his teasing. Her thoughts were dancing around the peace day of last year. She loved the crowds of people, the music, the fireworks. Sadako could still taste the spun cotton candy. She finished breakfast before anyone else. When she jumped up, Sadako almost knocked the table over. She was tall for her age, and her long legs always seemed to get in the way. "Come on, Mitsue-chan," she said. "Let's wash the dishes so that we can go soon." When the kitchen was clean and tidy, Sadako tied red bows on her braids and stood impatiently by the door. "Sadako-chan," her mother said softly, "we aren't leaving until 7:30. You can sit quietly until it's time to go." Sadako plopped down with a thud onto the tatami mat. A tatami mat is uh, a mat made of rice stalks that is used for the floor. It's cool in the summertime and warm in the winter. Sadako plopped down with a thud onto the tatami mat. Nothing ever made her parents hurry. While she sat there, a fuzzy spider paced across the room. A spider was a good luck sign. Now Sadako was sure the day would be wonderful. She cupped the insect in her hands and carefully set it free outside. That's silly, Masahiro said. Spiders don't really bring good luck. Just wait and see, Sadako said gaily. And thank you for listening.